whispered to Quinn. I just wanted to learn calculus. Quinn nodded. That's why we're supporting you. This isn't about anything except a teacher who wasn't doing her job and then went ballistic when called out on it. During third period, an announcement came over the intercom for all students involved in the Wright incident to report to the auditorium. About 20 of us filed in to find the superintendent and the entire school board sitting at a long table on stage. Principal Davidson stood nervously to the side. The superintendent, Dr. Mendez, spoke first. We've reviewed the evidence submitted regarding Ms. Wright's conduct, including video recordings and student statements. I want to thank you all for your courage in coming forward. My heart was pounding so hard, I could barely focus on his words. Was this actually happening? The district has made the decision to terminate Ms. Wright's employment, effective immediately, he continued. We've also accepted Principal Davidson's resignation. A murmur went through our group. Principal Davidson was resigning? I glanced over and saw him staring at the floor, his face red. Dr. Mendez went on to explain that an independent investigation had revealed that Principal Davidson had received multiple complaints about Ms. Wright from other teachers, but had ignored them. The school board had ultimately pressured him to resign for his negligence in handling the situation. The revelation made me angry all over again. This whole thing could have been prevented if he'd just done his job. We will be appointing an interim principal while we conduct a proper search, Dr. Mendez said. And Ms. Jackson from the math department will be taking over your advanced math class starting Monday. It felt like a strange victory, but also not really the end. The lawsuit was still ongoing, and now there were all these people who thought I was some kind of villain in this story. When I got home that afternoon, Linda was waiting with my parents at the kitchen table. She had a stack of papers in front of her and a serious expression. The school district has offered a settlement, she said, sliding a document toward us. They're willing to pay the full $50,000 but with conditions. I leaned forward to listen as she explained. The district would pay, but we would have to sign a non-disclosure agreement about the details. They didn't want this becoming a bigger story than it already was. I don't know, my dad said, frowning. It feels like they're trying to buy our silence. Linda nodded. That's exactly what they're doing. But you should also consider that a trial would be very public and potentially difficult for Jordan. They all looked at me, waiting for my opinion. It was weird to have adults actually caring what I thought. What about the other students? I asked. Are they getting settlements too? Linda smiled slightly. I've been coordinating with the attorneys representing the other families. The district has made similar offers to each student who filed complaints. I thought about it for a minute. I don't want to drag this out forever, but I also don't want them to just throw money at the problem without fixing anything. That's a fair concern, Linda said. We could counter with additional non-monetary demands, like implementing better procedures for handling teacher misconduct, or regular curriculum reviews to ensure teachers are actually teaching their subjects. My parents exchanged a look, and my mom nodded. I think that's an excellent idea. This was never about the money anyway. Over the weekend, Linda worked on our counter-proposal. Meanwhile, I couldn't go anywhere without people staring at me. A trip to the mall turned into an awkward situation when two different groups of students from school spotted me and either came over to high-five me or glared from a distance. Sunday evening, we were all sitting in the living room watching a movie when the doorbell rang. I opened it to find Ms. Wright standing on our porch. My blood ran cold. I need to speak with you, she said. She looked completely different, wearing jeans and a sweatshirt with her hair pulled back. Her voice was calmer than I'd ever heard it. I started to close the door, but my dad appeared behind me. You need to leave, now. Ms. Wright held up her hands. Please, just 5 minutes. I came to apologize.